My name is Brendis Gonzalez. I graduated from Wheels, an NYC Outward Bound School in Washington Heights, in 2012. Today, after a bit of a roundabout journey, I'm back at Wheels, teaching third grade in a dual language classroom setting. Mine was the first graduating class at Wheels. The College March was actually first conceived at Wheels, and we were the very first class to march. It has since become an annual NYC Outward Bound School ritual with the support of Capital One Bank. In fact, it's become a national movement. This year, 2,300 high school seniors from 25 different schools march in college marches around the country. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe some of you don't know what a college march is. This year, education media outlet Edutopia joined Wheels College March and made a short documentary, which I'm excited to share with all of you tonight. I remember my own college march, which, as I mentioned, was the first college march ever. Leading up to the march, I was feeling a complicated mixture of pride and anxiety. I am the daughter of immigrants, and neither of my parents went to college. I was going to be the first in my family to go, and sure, I was excited. But more than that, I felt overwhelmingly uneasy. My mom and dad loved me and were so supportive, but they didn't really know anything about the college application process, much less the college experience. And it felt like there wasn't anyone else in my community, Washington Heights, who did either. I felt really alone and scared. Let me set the scene. Over 90% of students at Wheels identify as Black and Hispanic, which reflect the neighborhood where our school is located. And to be honest, people in our neighborhood didn't necessarily expect us to go to college. Washington Heights is primarily a neighborhood of immigrants, and my graduating class was mostly made up of kids who were the first in their families to even think about college, much less attend. My parents weren't the only ones who didn't know much about college. Most of the kids I was graduating with were on the same boat. So when my classmates and I marched out of our school in 2012, wearing our college sweatshirts, holding our college applications in our hands, our path lined with all the younger students from our school cheering us on, it felt like a revolution. We were saying, hey, Washington Heights, we're going to college, and so are the students graduating next year and the year after that, because we belong in college. The College March helped me to name, recognize, and celebrate what was not necessarily understood in my home and neighborhood. That college was a real option. I am grateful to have been part of a movement that allowed me to see that I too deserved to be in college and to be celebrated for that achievement. And I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to inspire all the other younger kids in my school who have since gone on to march in their own college marches. When I graduated from Wheels, the spring after the college march, even though I was scared, I was excited to be headed off to Skidmore College. I knew I was ready, and not just because of the college march, but because, like all NYC Outward Bound schools, Wheels had prepared me academically for college and helped me to discover my strengths and taught me to persevere and succeed beyond the walls of my school and boundaries of my neighborhood. It took me a few tries to find the right major at my 4 years at Skidmore. I started as a business major, then tried environmental science, finally settling on social work. As college graduation approached, I wasn't sure what direction I would go. What career did I want? I had this urge to do something meaningful, maybe something revolutionary, but I just couldn't figure out what it could be. Feeling lost, I went to visit the place where I always found answers before, Wheels. I had visited Wheels many times before, but this time felt different. This time, something felt right. The way finally finding social work had felt right. The way dropping my college applications into the mail had felt right. I knew that my revolution was supposed to continue as Wheels, but not as a teacher. Not as a student, as a teacher. This spring, I'm celebrating my 2nd year of teaching. My 3rd graders are amazing. There's surely more in them than they know, and I'm making sure that each and every one of them knows they belong at college if that's where they want to be, and ensuring that they are challenged and supported to achieve at their highest levels. And I'm helping my Washington Heights community continue to support and celebrate our college-bound students, not just during the College March, but throughout the year. NYC Outward Bound Schools has a 99% college acceptance rate, which means that 99% of graduating seniors have been accepted into college. Now that's truly a revolution. And now it's your turn to join the revolution and support and celebrate our students. Tonight, we're trying to raise at least $75,000 in just 10 minutes. To help with this, several NYC Outward Bound School board members have joined forces to match your pledge dollar to dollar for up to $75,000. This means if we raise $75,000 in the next 10 minutes, NYC Outward Bound Schools will receive $150,000. To give you some perspective and to help you understand what a good investment you will be making, it only takes a contribution of $350 to cover the per student cost of a full range of services and supports provided by NYC Outward Bound Schools each year. That includes professional learning for teachers like me, supports to students in helping them get to and through college, as well as character building and leadership development programs for students. That means that a pledge of $350 will cover the costs associated with one student for a year. Your $3,500 pledge will cover 10 students for a year, while your $10,000 pledge would ensure that an entire classroom has access to rigorous academics, hands-on learning, the College March, and so much more that NYC Outward Bound Schools offer. And any amount you can give will make a huge difference for my students and others throughout NYC Outward Bound School networks.